Entrepreneurs, perfectionism, it's keeping you broke. How do I know? Well, I'm a recovering perfectionist. And I can tell you there has been times when I needed to just ship it. Don't get me wrong. I still feel it. I still suffer from it. I still feel the stench of perfectionism. And today, our video today, all I'm going to do is encourage you to ship stuff ugly. Well, what does that mean, Randy? What do you mean ship it ugly? I mean, I want you shipping stuff that may not be ready. There are so many different things we can do because we have to get over our perfectionism gene. Why am I saying that's a gene? Because it almost acts as if we can't help ourselves. And you know how it is with genes, you can't help them. So if we get into the habit of giving in every time perfectionism rears its little ugly head, we, my friends, will be in trouble. That's why I wanted to have this conversation with you today, is because we got to get past it. It is absolutely doing bad things to good people. Perfectionism. And it makes no sense, does it? When we think about perfectionism, what do you think about? Well, let's be serious. What do you think about? You think about all the stuff that could go wrong, right? Now, I talked before about procrastination and that insidious piece of anyway. But I'm telling you, perfectionism is right there in the same old family. I like to say that, you know what? It seems to me, and now y'all tell me if I'm tripping here. It seems to me that fear is involved with all of this. So let's see if we got this right. That fear and procrastination and perfectionism, they're kind of like mixed. Yeah. I'm literally saying it right now. As I look at this right here, I've been looking at a lot of the work I've been doing with entrepreneurs, and I keep hearing it. I keep hearing procrastination. I keep hearing perfectionism. I keep hearing these same old things. And now it's gotten to the point where I'm going, well, wait a minute. I thought we were past all of this. I thought we had the ability to get past perfectionism. Now, again, I like to say that those two are in cahoots together. I kid you not. I'm almost convinced that they're in cahoots together. So, what are we going to do about it now? This is what I really want to talk to you about today is how do we get past this? I don't even want this to be a long talk today. I want it to be short and I want you to be able to benefit from it because I want you to finally get it and say to yourself, wait a minute, I don't have to be this way anymore. I don't have to let perfectionism win. Not just because I told you, but because you kind of know, yeah, that's me. Or here's another kind of question for you. I'm doing a little work while we talk. Is it possible? Now, y'all tell me the truth. Is it possible that's just the excuse you've been telling yourself? Wait, what? Yeah. Is it possible that is just the excuse you've been telling yourself? You're not a perfectionist. You just don't want to do it. Uh-oh. I know. I'm about to step on somebody's toes right now. But is it possible? I'm just curious. Let's explore this a little bit. So I want to go into this a little bit. I got a presentation. You know, those are my rails. Got to keep my rails on because if I don't keep my rails on, it's just going to be a hot mess up in here. So let's look at this real quick. Now, here's what we're looking at. Perfectionism. Here's what we want to do about it. I want to tell you right now that you are not lazy, my friend. Nope. There's no laziness. You're not lazy. But here's what happens. It's not even about time management. I hear a lot of that. Well, I don't manage my time well. Yes, you do. Because you know how to get to that show on time. Uh-oh. Should I put on some music? You know how to get to that show on time. So it's not about that. Every delay is a decision that keeps you broke. Now, I'm not suggesting that you don't have some, some foldy ones in your pockets or nothing like that. So, get off me. I'm just saying that there's so many more things that you can do because there's so much more to you than what you may have been letting on that a lot of people don't know about. And when people sit down with you, do they ever say, I didn't know that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they just go, shoot, I didn't know that was about you. Oh, yeah. So when we start thinking about it, these procrastination and perfectionism, they run hand in hand, but they're a byproduct of fear. What if I told you $47,000 is what you could be losing? Now, where does that math come from? Well, it comes from what you could be putting out there. Let's do some math. If we did the math, I got my handy dandy calculator here. So if $47,000 a year, right? So let's say you launched a product every month, divided by, let's just say 12, that's $3,916. So let's say you launched a product and it was earning you. Now, I'm not saying you're going to earn this because results are not typical, implied, guaranteed, or even promised. This is for educational purposes only. I like to put math up there so that it gives us something to shoot for. So let's say that you had a product that was potentially earning you $4,000, 3,900 and some change a month. But because you are in procrastination land or you're in perfectionism land, it is not being produced. I suffered from this. I'm not sitting here going, you know what? I've solved it, but I've gotten over a lot of it. Showing up every day is one of them. Being able to come on for 48 days straight is getting me over some of my hangups, some of my perfectionism. Oh my gosh, like today, I'll give you an example. My slides didn't act right. I was on another podcast earlier and the slides weren't done. I didn't get them done in time. And I'm started it anyway. Forget perfectionism. Done is better than perfect. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Done is better than perfect. But look at this. 83% confidence erosion. Wait, you're telling me that 83% of the time I'm not feeling confident because I'm trying to be a perfectionist? Perhaps. That's a conversation that you got to have with yourself. What I'm doing today is hoping that you can see it and that you can go, hey, Randy, his slides didn't even work well today because they usually fill up the screen if you notice, but I don't care. I'm not going to be perfect no more. But here's this used to be me. See if it's you. I'm still researching because I'm a learner and leader. I did a test and it said that I'm a learner and a leader. Well, I'll spend all day learning. How about you? Yeah, we just learn and learn and learn and learn. I'm researching, still figuring stuff out. In other words, I'm hiding from action. I need more clarity. I had somebody say that to me. I need you to clarify that, and I clarified it 8 times, and they still said I need you to clarify that. Nah, get out of here. You're joking. I'm learning first. I need to learn something first. No, we want to use action, motion versus momentum. Motion, busy work, momentum, money work. Now, again, I like to say that this is not a guarantee that you're going to make a dime from becoming less of a perfectionist. But we get out there and try stuff. If you noticed a lot of times when I'm talking, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are just not at this stage. This is what I found. When I did the avatar of who likes to listen to my stuff and who needs it the most, it says the people that want to do stuff, but they just haven't done stuff. That for a variety of reasons. Now, what I come on and do is I show the how, I show the why, and then I says, okay, let's go. So that's what I'm doing today. One of those. Speed beats strategy. Speed. Boom. Now, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Income doesn't follow intelligence, it follows implementation speed. Heard that before? Yeah, because I've talked about it before. And when I have a video that does well or a video that a lot of people seem to resonate with, I want to do it again. I change it up a little bit, but this is one of those times. Decisive action compounds faster than perfect thinking. Do y'all believe me? You don't? Keep listening. You will. Your identity. If I don't try, I can't fail. That's been us. Or we give up some kind of I've been this person. So, we have something that's so big of a deal. It's so big. I'm gonna make $1 million a day. Mm, no, you're not. But you just gave yourself an unreasonable goal so that you can one day say, well, I tried it, I failed. Well, if you give yourself that kind of a goal, $1 million a day, and you say, I don't build anything, I don't try stuff, I am a perfectionist, then you know that's not going to work. So let's come up with something. Now, I don't like these SMART goals because that's just not trying. But we don't do things that affect our identity in such a way that we say stuff like, I'm going to make $1 million a month or a day. Now, $1 million a month, let's hope. Your comfort, staying safe feels better than risking rejection. You know, I have a hypothesis about rejection. And I'm not sure where it comes from, this hypothesis or this feeling of rejection, but I think it's something that we get when we're young. Somewhere along the line, something mattered to us and somebody says no. And then it's affected us. It's like a scar. You know what I mean by a scar? You got a scar, you can't get rid of it. You can make it smaller. You can there's no surgery that's going to get rid of it. This is just what your body does to strengthen an area. Okay. What about your ego? What about your ego? Is your ego keeping you feeling as if you're a perfectionist? Yeah, probably so. Now, I was supposed to change all of these to perfectionism, but yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not a perfectionist any longer. So here's this: action now or action later. Every month you wait, you lose exponential gain. Start messy, start ugly, ship it ugly, scale later. I'll give you an example. Here's something that happened to me just the other day. So something happened to me the other day. What it was is I built something, and when I started getting feedback on it, people were saying, "Hey, I didn't know that it did this, that, and the third. I didn't know it did this." And yeah, it did something more than they saw, and it was the way I designed it. So I brought it back in and redesigned it. Literally just earlier today, I redesigned it because I kept getting the feedback. This is our opportunity. We get a chance to bring stuff back in and fix it. That's the beautiful part about this, man. We get to fix stuff. Perfectionism is a disease too. Just like inconsistency is a disease. How do we cure diseases? We take medicine for it. Our medicine is probably our actions. Real business examples. Here's entrepreneur A. Spent 8 months perfecting a course, launched to 3 sales. That's been me. I've done that. Entrepreneur B launched rush version in 2 weeks, made 40 sales, improved with feedback. Speed wins always. The clarity trap. What about this one? I'll start when I have clarity. Clarity about what? What do you need to be clear on? The path? No. You could take either one of those paths. They're going to lead somewhere. It may be the wrong place, but you will only determine that if you go. Now, if you had a drone, you throw up the drone, the GPS, well, that's another conversation. So this is what we start thinking about. It comes from doing. It comes from taking one of those paths. That's one of the big things. We want to take a path so that it takes us where we want to go. Action creates information. Now, I do these action classes every day or every week, and I can tell you that the people in the action class are getting clarity because they act. First of all, first act, they come in, they show up. That's one. Oh, okay. That's one. So if that's the case, then, well, our job is to make sure we show up, learn, adjust, scale, compounding wins, like putting money in the bank. It keeps getting, well, not the banks now with like 0.5% interest, but whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop planning, start shipping. Pick one income producing action. That's it. Just one. Not 10, just one. Just one a day. That's what I want you to do. This is my call to you. Set a 2-hour deadline. Done is better than perfect. This is a part right here that a lot of people don't get. Is setting a 2-hour or a deadline. I'll give you an example. This morning I got up And I didn't even go get coffee first. Came into my home office and I did work first. Work first. Work first. And I was able to put in an hour and about 15 minutes before I even went and brushed my teeth or any of that. Is because stop planning and start shipping was on my mind that day. I literally had a dream that night. And in the dream, something came to me. It was actually what I built today. It was, I wonder if I could use this digital tool another way, not a way that people are used to. So I got up and typically, like I say, I'll go over and get coffee in the morning and all that kind of stuff. And, I'll go over there and by then I'm talking to people, I'm getting different ideas and all that kind of stuff. And what I got the night before in the dream goes away. So that's how we stop that. We stop that by saying, you know what? 2 hours before I go anywhere, I do this. And then we ship it. I was able to get it done and shipped it. That's when I got the feedback. I got the feedback from people that were saying, "Oh, this is pretty cool." But then I says, "Did you get the rest of the book?" And they were like, "There's more?" Yeah, it was a video plus a book connected to it, but they couldn't see it. It's like, I need to fix that. And I fixed it. And then I put it back out. And then an offer, making an offer. This is what I talked about on my podcast earlier. That offer velocity. In other words, making a lot of offers. And I've been going around talking to people too. Here's what you do. Make some offers. What do you mean make some offers? Not perfect offers, just an offer. So that means literally sitting down and saying, "Hey, I got something or I curated something." You don't even have to own it. You curate it, bring it in and says, "Do you want this? I understand that this maybe could help you because if you've listened to a lot of my other videos, you know literally how to find where there's problems. And if you can find out where there's problems, then you can find out how to solve them. But if you're being a perfectionist, all that goes out the window. We stop that today, y'all. Y'all, right? Reach out directly, DM 10 people. I like to say more than that, but DM 10. Facebook will let you DM 49 people without them saying you're spamming folks. And we can DM them with offers. That's the key. Now, here are some tools that I use. I use ConvertKit. I use MailerLite. I use System.io all the time. My son, he created Decision Buddy, and that's out there available for people for you to try as well. So if you're looking on, I think on YouTube, that's exactly where I put it. Now, pattern. Is this you? A third, a third, a third. Perfection or paralysis. Information hoarding. What? Wait, what? We don't hoard information, do we? Yeah. Clarity chasing. Which one is costing you right now? That's my question to you. Which one is costing you right now? That you look at that and you go, that's me. This is the one that's doing it right here. Or this one. Information hoarding. Perfection paralysis. Is that the one? Huh. If it is, we stop it. So now here's a rule. If it takes less than 10 minutes to start, do it. Yeah, 10 minutes. Can I start this? Can I do this now? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Send an email right now. You can get off. Go send an email. Hey, I got this thing coming up. What do you think? I was listening to a guy today. He says he ships stuff so imperfectly. And he just asked his big old list, hey, if I built this thing, I can't get into what it is right now, but if I built it, would you be interested in taking a look at it? And they said, yeah, man, it's you. So I know you got good stuff. What could we do that? People know, like, and trust us. People know, like, and trust you. So if you send an email and says, hey, I'm putting together this thing. I think it really could help you. Would you be interested in maybe taking a look at it? Now, that's not asking for their money. And if you're not asking for their money right away, then they might go, yeah, but of course. That's going to be like, yeah, it's Randy. He's asking for something, da 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 da. He's always creating something. But then they see it and go, damn, this is pretty good. This might help me. But if we never do it, momentum kills procrastination. In other words, if you get going, it kills perfectionism. I told you I did the slides wrong. I was thinking about one thing and putting something else down. Okay, it's all good. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction. Messy start, launch, 60% ready, launch it. This is what I would like you to do. Listen, look into your pile of whatever you've started and see how done it is. If it was just an idea, that's one thing. But if you say, you know what, this thing is half done, I want you to launch it. Who am I going to launch it to? Your Facebook friends. Yeah, just launch it. Go to Canva, create a little image, and says ready now, and see how many people go. Oh man, when where can I get it? Don't even give them a place to get it yet. Don't do any of that yet. You can sell from a Google Doc, so you don't need to have nothing fancy at this point. You just want to see if anybody is interested. Anybody raises their hand and says, "I want that. I can't wait for that to come out." Happens all the time. I start stuff like that sometimes. I'll go, I don't know. Is this something you'd be interested in? And people go, yeah, that sounds good. I test out a lot of stuff. I says, hey, I think I found the cure to inconsistency. Would you be interested in taking that cure? And they were like, yeah, I'm an inconsistent. And then that is the beginnings of knowing that you might have something that people will buy. Y'all get it? See how that easy that was? So without going and risking it all, oh my gosh, what if they say no? Then they say no. Oh, I don't want to bother my friends. I used to sell Maluka oil. I don't want to. I was a MLMer, and well, stop that. Number one, and then get on this train. These are your products, your ideas, or if you're a curator, these are other people's ideas that you believe could help somebody or yourself. Get it? Market, be a market winner. Execution challenge. Here you go. Before you close this, do one thing. Watch this. Pick your highest leverage action. Set a 1 hour timer. Look, I use them all the time. I use these things. Look at 6122. Right. So I usually set hour timers. Let me turn this off. Because I put myself in these same kind of situations. Because I want to be able to come to you and say, hey, let me tell you what I did. I got this thing that I'm doing here in a few days, and I'm literally going to look at what I was watching something or reading something. I just decided I'm going to do what they do. Yeah, I know what I do, but I'm going to just do what they do. They said, do this, and they've had success. I'm going to model it down to the bone, only maybe one or two tweaks. And then I'm going to execute and publish it. That's it. Sometimes our gurus know what they're doing. So why wouldn't we do what the gurus do? It's just like one of those things you say, why wouldn't I do that? I just saw this guy work it. Maybe I don't believe them. They're lying. I don't believe I can do it. I don't trust myself. And this is what we get over when I'm encouraging you, like I am doing today, to get over stuff, to get on with it, to get over as my slide says procrastination, but I meant to say perfectionism. No more planning, just ship. What if I talked about this with my students this past weekend. Is I says, what if your lights didn't come on until you got on the treadmill and you ran a mile? Would you get on the treadmill? And guess what? Everybody says yes. So that is a forcing function, if you ever heard that term, forcing function. But sometimes if we put under ourselves the fact that I am no longer a planner, I am a shipper, and I cannot do something until I get another thing done, you'll get it done. You will say there is no such thing as perfectionism because I got to get it done. My lights got to come on, or whatever it is. Now, here's here's what I have a belief about, and I'm almost too afraid to even come in here and talk about it. I have a belief, and I'm going to share just a little bit of it with you because it could be controversial. Here's the controversy. The controversy is I have a belief that we're too comfortable, that we don't have to do anything, and therefore we do not. I'm gonna let that sit with you. We don't have to because the lights are gonna stay on. Somebody else is paying the rent or somebody else is. And as a result, there is nothing forcing you. Here's some resources to stop stalling. These are some things that I use. There's a free book in here. If you, I will make this available. Typically, I make it available, but I did the PowerPoint or I did the presentation wrong today. I used the wrong dimensions and all kinds of stuff. That's why all that black is around. So, anyway, that becomes the opportunity, y'all. Clarity comes after action. You won't feel ready. What? You won't feel ready. You won't know if it's perfect. And you know how I know that you're okay with this is because you use a GPS. Don't tell me you never used a GPS. Stop it. You use one on your phone, or remember back in the day we used to have the little, I don't even know what they're called now, but we used to have the. Oh, there's my camera. We had the ones that we sat on our dashboards, and that was beautiful, wasn't it? And then they put it in the phone, and we started using our phone. Imagine all those jobs that went away. I'm just saying, but people found other work to do. Okay. Do it anyway. Income follows speed, not certainty. The money is on the other side of the decision you keep avoiding. Take action now. Do you need any more call to action? Take action now. Nothing? You're good? Promise me. I like to get promises from people. Why do I like to get promises from people? It's because when you promise, when you promise, then I know you'll do it. It's just as simple as that. I know you'll do it if you promise. So promise me. I want you to, do something with your eyes or whatever, and promise me that you will begin to take action. You need some music for this one? Okay, that's fine. I like my music creator. I'm gonna go to music creator and we're gonna get some music, y'all, because this becomes so important if we can get over this perfectionism gene. Oh my gosh. Just get over it. We can get on with it. Get over it so we can get on with it. That's my call to action to you. That's all I have to share with you today. Get on with it. Perfectionism is a you ever heard devil is a liar? Perfectionism is too. That's right. Tell 'em.